Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. And yes, my last video, I don't know the lady's name. Somebody sent it over to me through Facebook. I thought it was just interesting, and I knew there was going to be some foolish people out there that's going to have some uneducated answers and comments out here. And for everybody that's got to make a comment, no, that wasn't me coughing, all right? It just shows how low vibration most people are. It's a freaking black fucking screen video, and people are like, oh, bro, you gotta... Bro, number one, don't worry about me. Worry about yourself, all right? That goes for everybody. Worry about yourself, all right? If you don't like what you hear, unsubscribe, all right? I don't need the negative shit on here anymore, all right? If you want to learn, have a listen. If you don't care to learn, unsubscribe. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, that being said, let me just put my own spin. So the lady had stated that November 1st, the BRICS are going to be very strong. Now, does that mean that the dollar bill is going to be totally removed? I have no fucking idea, because I've never been in a transition where we were in the reserve currency and we fell down to below 2, 3 to 10 to, I don't know, whatever place of currency the dollar will wind up on. We never experienced this shit, all right? The world's been the same, and everybody who's watching these videos, none of you's experienced this shit. So, that being said, it would be a fucking perfect time to pull some type of stunt in the coming up weeks, okay? Will it happen? Who freaking knows? But I will say, since most of you don't think it's gonna happen, then most likely it's a great time to happen. All right? Now, that being said, again, I told you that now let me show you really quick, actually. I told you on the back of the $100 bill, there's a clock on there. See if I can show you a little better. So you see the clock there, right? Let's see, this is just money pictures. You get a better image right there. You can see it's slightly off at 10:30. It says 10:31. 10:31. Okay. So with that, I'm just going to add, I don't know how long the US debt clock been showing 0 for gold and silver. I know it's been quite a while, because when I noticed it, it's been over a week ago. Okay? And to be honest, it could have been a year that it's been like this, but there's no way that it's been like that for 2 years. Okay? For everybody that doesn't pay attention to the US debt clock. Now, if you don't know, that there was a bill that was passed in October of 2022. Okay? So that being said, that most likely they are readjusting the price of gold and silver. Something is happening with it, and that's why they're not showing you the value of the price. Okay? Why wouldn't they show you the value of the price on there when everything else is showing on there? All right? For most people to be like, well, it's been like that. All right, well, explain why it's like that. Most of you guys like to throw insults out here. Not to say that was an insult, just generally speaking. When I say something or I do a video, most of you people that come on here that have a negative comment to say, first of all, none of you got content. None of you do no fucking videos. But yet, you want to come on here and insult or put in your 2 cents. At least put something creative. At least say, well, it's not like that because it's going to be like this. Do something useful or instructive that we can have some type of use for it. Because you're just wasting and taking up space. But let's get back to the money. So the money shows 1031, right? Back to the Future 3 on the train. The front of the train shows 131. Okay? The movie Batman, The Batman, that came out in 2022. If you notice, there was spray painting on the banks on Halloween broke, like the banks were broke. All right. And if that's the case, all that shit kind of lines up to what this lady's saying. Again, I can't say that this lady is correct. But I will say is it does seem like it has some leg to it because there are some truth around that particular what she said. Now we know that the BRICS abandoned the dollar in the summertime, right? In July time, August time, they stopped using the dollar bill. So I mean, it's only in due time where we're going to see some type of fluctuation in our money. Okay? For anybody that doesn't think that, you're silly. And you should do some more research before you get wrecked, and your family and your kids if you have any. So, now, I'm just going to throw in my 2 cents. We got Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was on the news. She was at the Chiefs game yesterday on Sunday. The guy wears number 87. I think she's dating number 87 on the Chiefs. All right? 87. Now, I said 89 days from August 8th was the 5th of November. 87 days from August 8th is November 3rd, which is the 113 number that we've been seeing. And again, we know that Taylor Swift loves the number 13. She wears the number 13. She has a tattoo of the number 13. Friday the 13th is coming up also. Okay? October time, the 13th is on a Friday. There is rumors that say that there's going to be some type of bank thing or some shit that's going to happen. Most likely it happens on a Friday. So then you can't really get to the banks over the weekend. Now, I'm just going to put in my little spin on here. Because again, I don't have no idea. I'm just saying, if I was on top, then I would hit you when you least expect it. Friday the 13th would be a great time that you least expect it. Maybe blackout, maybe offline. So this is, I'm going to give my little story. I think that we might have some type of head fake maybe toward the end of September, beginning of October. We'll see some type of head fake where everybody will start jumping in because everyone's waiting for some bull run to happen. And I think we'll be a head fake. And then I'll think sometime in the middle of October, toward the end of October, there's going to be some type of breaking news on banks. I can see the 13th being something. Then maybe we have a blackout for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And then, remember, XPR Network, Proton Network, all that, they've been working on offline transactions with Doge Radio. So if there is, I'm not saying there will be, but if there is, because everyone's waiting on a blackout, if there happens to be a blackout or a power outage coming up in the next couple of weeks, then that would be a great time for XPR to shine and show that they can work offline. It doesn't matter about a blackout, and that can save a black swan event. Now, this is all hypothetical. We're just telling stories. I'm not saying that's exactly how it goes. I'm just saying I can see this story play out just like that. You know, had a head fake, have everybody FOMO in because they think this might be the last run. Because then you also have this fucking XRP party that they keep talking about. So people think that, you know, it's some type of maybe connection or settlement or the end of this bullshit. And if they think that, and then they start seeing price start pumping, I can see a lot of people starting to jump and throw all their money in that they have on the side for this whole shit to fucking come crashing down again. Because remember, supposedly, right, we have to have some type of crazy event, bank event, price crazy drop, in order for, I guess, crypto to come in to save the day. So that's just my little spin on it. You know, again, that lady that spoke about, I don't have no idea what her name is. If I find out, I'll let you know. But it's just some information. And again, I just found it. I only played it is because she said November 1st, and Batman movie showed on October 31st on Halloween that they were spray painting the banks broke. And then she mentioned that. Again, I have no idea how truthful what she said was, but I can see some truth to it because of certain other events, like the $100 bill showing 10/30 Halloween date, the Batman movie. Okay, we know that the Batman is connected because he has utility, and all these assets have utilities, and he has the utility belt, which is the most important part of Batman's um, weapons, I guess, out of all his weapons. And it should be quite interesting. Again, you know, Swift's been in here back and forth. She likes the number 13, so 13th can be another big date. All right, November 3rd can be another big date as well too. 113. All right, so maybe that's saying remember the 5th of November, and then the poem is something about gunpowder. So to me, gunpowder means guns. Guns means protecting yourself, and maybe we see maybe it's 113. I don't know. I'm just saying these are the dates that you just need to keep. October 13th, October 31st, and maybe November 3rd. Okay, November 3rd might go crazy. Then everybody comes out here, craziness, and maybe that's why we need to remember the 5th of November. Is because maybe life will be different. Maybe the whole financial shit might be different. Okay, it might just be different. And we have fireworks that day also. Remember, on the 5th of November, we have a firework day. So these are just some certain dates that I'm just throwing out there that I like, that I notice. I just wanted to brush up on that other video that I showed, the previous one. Again, I have no idea what the name or how truthful it is, but it does seem like it speaks a little truth because of other events that are going on and happening and other rumors that have been surfacing. And you know what? Let's go a little bit into, let me show you now a little bit of a coincidence on the next day after the 9/11 event and the connections of 8/8, August 8th. Now here, you can't, right here you can see Building 7 was the World Trade Center on fire, and it just happened to collapse. Really, really weird, just funny. But, you know, the Building 7 kind of adds up to this year, so who knows, you know, if that's what that meant. Funny enough, the world superpower came just before 9 a.m. this morning. So, again, there's the 9, and I'm thinking November time. That's just me. I'm thinking something big in November time. All right? So, who knows if that's what they're going to start. Now, over here, just showing you angel numbers 1101. This was a news, and let me see. Hold on a second. This was down by ground zero over there. And see the numbers up there? You can see 388 up there. There's your 88. There's your 88. Now look at this name here. Okay? Maui. Maui. Okay? Now what was Maui covered in? Ashes. What was this guy covered in? And if you didn't think that was it, hold on a second. Let's see what floor he was working on, Mr. Mauiawa. So this was the guy here, and this was the girl, Daphne. But they called this guy, instead of Maui, they called him Maria Oni, whatever the heck his name was. But it was just funny that it kind of looked like Maui. And, oh, look at where he worked at. Worked on the 82nd floor. 82nd floor. 2 8s. 88. Okay? 82nd floor. Now just to give you something roughly here. What were the Twin Towers? You can pause it, you can read it, but you can get up here. Funny. You know they had the 1010 on the Phoenix coin, right? So here's 19, that's 10. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 7 plus 3 is 10. You got 1010, you got XX right there. Then they said over here, people and 430 companies. 4 plus 3 is 7. So there's your 7 there. You got 70,000 commuters that come out there. So a lot of 7s that, you know, are in there. Again, you got the number 35 for the gold and the precious metals, right? Because that represents the 35th president, JFK. They both had 110 stories, right? There's your 1-1. They both look like 1-1 when they both stand together, the towers. So, quite interesting. I just wanted to show you how shit is connected. Now, I just showed you the ashy. Hold on a second. Just weird. What a coincidence, right? That these guys work on the 82nd floor. This guy's name, it kind of looks like Maui name, M-U-Y-I, Maui. So just funny. And then what's another thing is, because it's these two people here that they interviewed. Her name is Daphne, as you can see. Now, crazy enough, Daphne is a character in a movie that's coming up next Friday, which is the 29th, September 29th, the full moon, the harvest moon. Okay? We're having a short film movie, Dora the Explorer, coming out with Paw Patrol. If you look at that, funny enough, you see Dora messing around with a leopard or some type of cat. Now, the Dora hurricane came around Leo season, okay? Leo season came around, and the Hurricane Dora caused a major fire over there in the 50th state. All right? Now, this here is funny because Daphne also connects to Dora. Dora connects to 88, and she also works on the 82nd floor, also covered in ashes. All right? And it's Paw Patrol. That's why the cat is there, because it got paws. And, you know, the cat. We've been talking about the cat. We've been talking about Leo. So, anyway, just wanted to show you the connections. And who knows? You know, this is all stories that we're telling over here. I have no idea what's true, what's not true. But I do show you that the next day on 2001, September 12th, they're showing this. And we're all the way now 22 years later. And we have another event that just looks like it kind of connects, and let's hope that, you know, what was started back then is going to finish this year, and that we're all in the right place, and we're all going to reap the benefits of what's to come. So anyway, thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing, and I'm going to just keep hitting you with the knowledge and keep showing you that once your eyes are trained, you'll be able to see and feel comfortable in what you're holding and what you're doing. All right? Like I said, this right here is just a crazy coincidence that these guys here, this guy's name sounds like just like the island, and then this lady over here sounds like somebody that's going to have a movie coming out next Friday. And then one of the characters in there has the same name that connects to the hurricane that caused all the ashes over there. Anyway, thank you for liking, watching, subscribing. And if you're loving what you're seeing, if I'm making you feel comfortable, if I'm giving you that confidence that you need in my story, and you think that I'm going to make it through, if you think what I'm holding and the stories that I'm telling that I'm going to have a great journey, please show me some love at I Told You So Wallet. Okay, I Told You So at WebAuth Wallet. And please do me a favor. Get yourself a wallet, man. It's free. Get it now while not everybody knows about WebAuth and XPR. Get yours today so you can get the most unique name that you want. All right? It's pretty simple. You just type in the name. It'll let you know it's available. You press the next button, and the name is yours. You just got to write down the words and verify your email. And then you're ready to trade. You're ready to move money from one point to another faster than anybody in the world on these blockchains. Sorry, it's making you dizzy. Anyway, thank you. Thank you again for liking, watching, and subscribing. And we're out of here.